Hi!
Where are you from?
I am originally from Fresno, California. So like Central Valley, right in the middle, California.
What was your first break?
My first break, like my first breakup, was rough. It was really hard. He cheated. No, but my first TV break. My first break, I guess, would be the game on BET. The first job I ever had was Law and Order Los Angeles with Dick Wolf, which is really funny. And now I'm working on Chicago Fire with Dick Wolf, so that's kind of a happy 360 from like co-star to being a regular. It's fun.
What have you been in?
I have been in Law and Order Los Angeles, this show on BET called The Game, Pretty Little Liars, True Detective, the second season, Blood and Oil, and this film called The Girl in the Photographs. Wes Craven was executive producer, and I played opposite Cal Penn, so that was real fun. And Chicago Fire.
How do you feel about this career?
It's kind of an abusive relationship where it's like you give your all and it still could not be enough sometimes, but I love it, and there's nothing else that I would rather be doing. I love it. I feel like you just have to let go of the things that you can't control.
How did you decide to become an actor?
I was always just kind of a dramatic kid and wasn't really great at serving coffee. So that's what did it. I was like, well, guess I'll act then.
How would you describe your specialty or type?
My specialty or type, I guess my type is like ethnically ambiguous, and I am more of an opinionated, strong woman. Sometimes it's hard for me to play someone who's vulnerable or dainty. And so I would say that I am kind of more of an aggressive, strong, ethnically ambiguous woman.
Who's your favorite actor who you look up to?
Oh gosh, there's a lot. I love Elizabeth Olsen. I just think she is brilliant in her subtleties and in how honest she is with every role that she does. Every actor that I work with on Chicago Fire, Eamon Walker, who plays the chief, he was the first black man to play Othello at the Globe Theatre in London. Monica Raymond went to Juilliard. Frickin' Yuri, who plays Otis, they all are just so incredible at what they do, and I learn from them every single day. So they're some of my favorite actors that I've ever worked with.
What would your ideal job be?
My ideal job would be one where I get to learn a new skill. So whether it's playing like a dancer or something active, I would love to do more action type stuff. That's why the Chicago Fire gig is just the best, because I get to get into that world a little bit more and be introduced to stunts and how those work. So that's one ideal role. Another ideal role that I would love to play is just somebody who is just broken down and raw and telling a real human story that everybody could be moved by. Something that moves people, but something like raw and broken down. That would be awesome.
Do you consider yourself to be lucky?
Yeah, I think that there's a good definition of luck when preparation meets opportunity. So absolutely, I would consider myself lucky, and I would consider myself blessed, and I would consider myself focused. I think that's important. You know, you can be lucky, but if you're not focused and you're not prepared and gracious, then it's only going to get you so far.
What advantages do you have?
What advantages do I have? I'm young, so that's cool. You know, all of my extremities work. You know, I can walk, so that's great. I can talk. Advantages, and I'm good with rejection. I'm really good at taking a no and recognizing that it just means that the yes is going to come from somewhere else.
Would you rather have a car or a diploma?
Car. I mean, like, stay in school, y'all. Stay in school, but, like, if you don't have parents that are taking you to school, you're going to need to get that car or a bus pass. I mean, bus pass is good, too. But, I would rather have a car because I learn so much from people every single day. That's just me.
What do you think about the need for instant gratification?
I think it's a real thing, especially today, and how short our attention span is with our technology and things like that. But I think it is important to notice it when it comes up and to let it wash over you. Like, not to be run by your need for instant gratification. Don't let that run you, because you'll end up making some really silly, non-substantial choices. I feel like you won't make choices that have substance.
How do you feel about how interconnected the world is becoming?
I feel like it is such a brilliant manifestation of the truth that we are all connected. Like, it is such a beautiful metaphor and manifestation of that. I also think it's interesting and it's scary because we are connected, but we're not interacting with each other face to face as much anymore. That's not as important. So that's disheartening. But the fact that we're all connected and that I can find family members and friends from high school, or that even, you know, that I never would have known if it weren't for Facebook or freaking AncestryDNA.com. That's all beautiful, I think. And, like, information gets spread a lot quicker. We know more about what's going on internationally than we ever have before, because we can connect with people. All right, I'm done.
What does the future look like to you?
Future to me, do you mean like the future for like the world, or like the future just for me? Those are two, they're beasts of questions, but, you know, they're different. Which one? Either or. The future of the world, I hope, continues to move towards that truth of oneness and acceptance and tolerance, and recognizing that we all have way more in common than we don't. That's my hope for the future. And for myself, I hope to be doing films. I really want to do great films, dependent films, studio films. I play cello, and so I would love to be proficient by that by the time I'm 50. And I want a house on the beach And I really want a muscle car. Like I want a project car that I like take, you know, like maybe like a 70 El Camino or a Chevelle, something like that, that I could work on. It could be my baby. And I also would like to develop some kind of program where I'm helping children and educating children and really spreading that truth of oneness and love. That's it.
How do you feel about having children?
I have mixed feelings. There's a part of me, I love kids. Whenever I see kids, I light up. I want to connect with them. I'm drawn to them. I love kids. I just know that I have to be in a place where I have done everything that I want to do selfishly so that I can give myself wholly to my kid. But I don't know, I mean, there are a lot of kids who need homes right now, so maybe I am so open to adopting or fostering, or I'm so open to that, but I love kids. They're important.
What challenges do you think the world is facing today?
I feel like we all as people are waking up and recognizing that some things that didn't work in the past aren't working anymore. And like, especially here in America, I mean, even with just the Black Lives Matter movement, you know what I mean? It's like, and because of the internet, we all can see more and more of what's happening. I think a big challenge is letting the old ways that don't work go. Letting it go. Like, just let it go. Let's come together, figure out some solutions that are completely separate from what we were doing before. I think that's a big challenge, is trying to protect the systems that have been put in place, whether it's with the food industry or the justice system. A lot of systems don't work, and people are trying so hard to keep pushing on when it's not working, when it's like, just let it go. Just go back to the drawing board. Yeah.
What is your favorite way to communicate?
My favorite way to communicate? I love communicating through music, through song. It's a beautiful way to communicate. Face to face. And then if not face to face, videos and FaceTime. I'm in a long distance relationship, so FaceTime is coming very handy.
What do you think of the creative scene in Los Angeles?
I think it's a really great melting pot of plethora of different mediums of art, you know. I think it's a great place to come and experiment. I would be shocked if there was a form of artistic expression that was not represented here. You know, like if you're go away. If you're a sculptor, if you're a spoken word artist, there's a place for that, and I think that's beautiful. I love LA for that.
What is your favorite book, film, and music right now?
My favorite book? My favorite book, I just got done reading The Art of Life by Ernest Holmes, and that was a beautiful read. The Four Agreements, all of those hippie clear your chakra type books, all about them. Music, I've been listening to a lot of Billie Holiday, John Coltrane. John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman did an album together back in the 50s, and it was my dad's favorite album, and I've been listening to that a lot. I love it. Also, Lemonade, yo. Lemonade! Getting that information. Been listening to that. And film, I watched my film, which is really good, The Girl in the Photographs. Like, you're always nervous when you make something, you don't know how it's going to come out, and watching it for the second time, I was so proud and pleased. What other movies have I seen recently? Oh, have you seen The Untouchables? It's a French film with Omar Sy. It's a brilliant film. Yeah, I haven't seen anything in the theaters recently because I've been working, but yeah, I really want to see. Did you see Wild Tales? That's another foreign film. I want to say it's Spanish, maybe Argentinian, but it's supposed to be great. I really want to see that. Yeah. And then, wait, did you ask about television? No, you didn't. You already asked me that. You were like, what shows do you watch? Maybe. I don't know. House of Cards. Okay. Good.
Okay.